Hello, pups. This is Ace Demon, and we're gonna play a new game. Well, it's not really new, but it's new to me. I've never played it before, and I've not seen anyone else play it. My friend Kev used to played it once, but I've never actually watched him play it, so this is gonna be a blind playthrough for me. And luckily for me, that Epic Games just gave it for free not too long ago, so let's go ahead and get into it. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never loading, okay?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
You push those
Orders
buttons,
came to
Stanley.
him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
What?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Okay, tell me.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh, no,
Something
what
he would
changed him?
never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh,
No
no.
one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Stanley's
Shocked,
alone.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so I'm playing now. No, let me out! Am I stuck here? Hang on. Let me see the controls here. This is all weird. Move. Duck, use items. Yeah, should be good. Why can't I move? Okay. Please let me go, door. I'm sorry for whatever I did, door. I will leave you open from now on, I promise. Just let me out. Please let me out. I'll be good. What is wrong with this game? Is it supposed to do this? Okay. Did I break it? Did I break the game by just walking to the door? I'm sorry, game. I'll never walk to the door again, I promise. Just let me go. Just grab the doorknob. Yep, come on, grab it. No. No. Grab it. Grab the doorknob. Alright. I'm just getting the game again.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for.
No. I want to leave the room. You would let me leave this room, narrator. Ha! You'll never get me again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if I actually forgot a pen?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
They got Terry. Nice cup. Fucking savages, always leaving their monitors on.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Go ahead and shut all of these off. I don't like this. It's gonna trap me in here.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm not listening to you, and I'm going to the one on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That is not the employee lounge. Oh, okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I want a Sprite. No? Well, fuck you too, then.
Yes, really worth it being here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Not listening to you. That place looks scary.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay. But what if I want to lie? Why do these doors keep closing behind me and I can't open them? Well, thank you, warning. I never would have known that. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift is $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift is $5,000. What? It's gonna cause death. How are you gonna pay that?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Are you sure?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay, how are you gonna prove it? How are you gonna prove it? Huh? How? You locked me in a room.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Why? Why do I need to go through the red door? This is like the Matrix. And I kind of forget which one they wanted Neo to take. Was it the red pill or was it the blue pill? I don't remember. You know what? Screw it, I'm taking the blue pill.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
What? I'm taking the blue pill now, definitely.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Is this supposed to be saying over here, stupid? Well, I'm going this way now. Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Okay.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Kinda.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I wanted to see everybody burn.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
What?
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Ceiling lights 6464 office space. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna listen to you this time. Let's go this way.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Let me press the one.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Well, you're shit.
I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Oh, you
Let's
think
take
so?
a look.
Okay. Okay, that's new. Do I want to go back through there, or will it be the same thing? You know what? Let's try it out.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Nope.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
You know what? I'm not going through that door again. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it,
would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay. What? What just happened?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
Yes!
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Okay.
It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Okay.
I think the art world will really take notice. But
think
of course,
you'll
the message
really
of the game
appreciate
only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, stop that, baby. And now we turn our backs. Stop your crying.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm
Well,
completely out of
both.
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Yay!
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Okay.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes.
So just
This
keep me in the
seems
dark
like
here.
it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. What do you got for me? He's
Well,
got
Stanley, is this any
Minecraft.
better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
And I'm
But is
trapped
it
here.
enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you.
I am completely
From now on,
at a
I
loss
will
for
only
words.
create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Do it.
This will go here. No, here. And then...
That's
Let's
a
see,
horrible
what does it need?
house, dude.
Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete.
That's a horrible
I made
house.
this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only
Please let
seen
me
it from the
out.
outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please,
Oh, God, he's gonna
step
lock me
inside
in there.
and make yourself comfortable.
No. No. Not doing it. No. Close the door. Close the door. Close it. Close it. Not going in. I'm not going. God damn it. Alright, fine. You twisted my arm.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond
Okay.
everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh, okay, cool. Going mining, huh? Okay.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
I did not. Did you bring a light? Oh man, that
Oh,
is
no,
very
no,
dark.
no, no, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
I can't see.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Okay. I don't... Is this Portal? This is fucking Portal. Damn it. I've never played that game either.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than...
Okay, you just stop talking. Okay. The Stanley Parable Alpha Test, Beta, Iteration, Work in Progress. Please rate your experience. The Stanley Alpha Test, Beta. Okay. I think I broke him. Okay, now it's just pitch dark. And a room. Okay. I still have no idea what I'm doing here. This door or... You know what? Let's take the road less traveled. Okay, that looks like hell. I'm going that way. Oh, so I'm supposed to go to hell. Okay. What the fuck is even all of this? Did I break the game or something? Because I'm so lost right now.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am.
Okay.
That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. So I wouldn't listen to him, so he just stopped talking. Gotcha. So he let me wander around in darkness to the end there until I could move more. Is this new? Alright, well, I'm just gonna end it right there for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I have no idea what happened during that first playthrough. What? I'm just so confused. Alright, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.